All right, West Coast, welcome back. Jeff Johnson here on Long Beach Radio, joined by the NHL's Brendan Morrison. Good morning, Brendan.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm glad you could come in and join us and talk about the Derby. I won't ask you too many hockey questions. I'm sure you get that too often, and then it's always the same answers. It's always, well, you gotta pass the puck and get it in the back of the net. And, put shots on. They're always the same, right? We don't need another one of those.
Well, ultimately, I just score more goals than the other team, and you'll be all right.
Exactly. So we won't worry too much about that. They can catch that during the hockey season in a couple of months. But right now, we're talking about the Tofino Saltwater Classic. Visit www.tofinosaltwaterclassic.com if you would like to read along with us on your internet. Let's talk a little bit, though, briefly about your history out here in Tofino. It goes back quite some way.
Yeah, for several years, actually. I used to come over with my family when I was a young boy, and we used to stay at Ocean Village at the A-frame cottages there. We'd always come over on the May long weekend with several other families, and on the brochure it says I'd actually been coming over here since the age of 4, but my parents corrected me and said, no, you've actually been coming over here since you were in your mom's stomach. Yeah. So it's been almost 35 years now.
All right. So in that time, obviously, you were talking about childhood memories of fishing off the dock. You've learned to love the place a little bit.
Yeah, just fallen in love with it. I mean, it truly is my favorite place in the world, not only BC. And when you get over here, you get out of the hustle and bustle of the city, and you just kind of decompress, and you get to enjoy the outdoors, get out on the water, which I love to do, and spend good quality family time.
Mm-hmm. And I guess getting out on the water is sort of why we're here. You chose a fishing derby, a fundraising fishing derby, as a way to give back to the community that you've learned to come to love over the years. How was that decision came to in the process of it all?
Well, our family's had a place here now for the past 5 summers, and I'd been thinking the past couple of years of getting involved in the community somehow in a fundraising avenue, and the timing just wasn't right, or I just couldn't put my finger on exactly what I wanted to get involved with. And this past December, I was contacted by the principal, Brad DeSalt, of the Wickenish Community School, and he sent me out a package explaining to me that the school district was cutting funds and several of their programs at the school would be suffering, and I thought this was the perfect time to get involved and try and initiate an event that would help their cause a bit. So that's kind of how it all evolved.
So the intention, it says first annual, quite boldly, is for this to be a consistent event that could help, be a frequent fundraiser to that cause, and a number of others. Salmon enhancement obviously is a natural ally for fishing derbies. And
exactly, those two causes. I mean, to me, education with children is very important. You can have children are so impressionable at that age, and if you can do positive things where they're aware of it, I think they're only going to grow from that. And obviously, the salmon enhancement society in this town is a huge industry. Big business has been a big part of this town's culture for several years, and it continues to be. So I thought those were two great projects to get involved with.
Yeah, well, the school thing is just so great because, as lots of people will attest, families are the backbone of any community, and if you don't have functioning school programs, it's tough to stay here with a family and keep it going. So
exactly. I mean, these are, like everyone says, not to be cliche, but kind of the leaders of the future, and you want to steer them in the right direction. And if you can influence them positively, and they can see this and pick up on it, then it should lead to good things down the road.
Yeah, and it might make another generation of hockey fans out of them.
That's always a good thing. Yes, that's always a good thing.
Okay, let's talk about the Derby itself. Takes place this weekend. This is the big August long weekend. Starts Saturday at noon. The away scales open. Is that the idea?
That's correct. Yeah, we're going to have sign in on Friday night at either Way West Marine Resort or at Jay's Clackwood Ventures, and you can sign in that night, get a registration package, with the rules. You're going to get a brochure with an itinerary, etc. You're going to get a T-shirt for being involved and a ticket to a dinner. So Saturday morning, get on the water whenever you feel comfortable. whenever I guess the coffee kicks in for some people, or whenever you wake up. And the weigh scales will be open from noon to 8 on Saturday. And the dinner we're hosting is going to be Saturday night, starting at 7 o'clock at the Way West there. So dinner's included in the entry, and then the follow up on Sunday, same format, just up whenever you're ready to go, and the final weigh-in will be at 4 o'clock, and prizes will be given away at 4:30.
Oh, so it's quick, lightning fast. Nobody's got to wait to get their prize in the mail.
That's
or
right.
anything like that.
If you win, you get your cash right away.
Yeah, that's good. And cash, obviously dependent on the number of entrants you have. You've got the number capped at 100 entrants this year.
That's right. Yeah, we didn't really know what the interest would be, but so far the town has been tremendous. I mean, local businesses have been over the top getting involved. I mean, we've been contacted by a few businesses in town trying to get involved with the event, and it's just been very generous. I mean, we can't say enough about the local community here.
So I'm just thinking a neat way for some of those local businesses to get involved, and maybe find a staff member, give them a little bonus, sign up some middle management, send them out fishing, team whatever, the Team Schooner restaurant out there on the water or something might be a good way to get involved and make it all work.
You're hired. You're hired. You're on the board.
All right. The dinner. Is this like one of those silent auction barbecue sort of things, or what's the overall plan there?
Exactly. The dinner will be held at the Coho Room at the Way West Resort, and we're going to have actually wild salmon donated from Trilogy Seafoods there, and the Way West chefs are going to prepare everything, and so kind of like a seafood barbecue type of idea, not a real formal sit-down dinner, just casual, and mingling with the other contestants, etc., and participants. And then that night we're going to have a silent auction as well. I think we have approximately 14, 15 items that you can bid on, anything from we've got an Alex Ovechkin signed jersey. We have a bamboo fly fishing rod. We have a neat package as a Canuck experience, 2 tickets to a game, 2 flights on Orca Air, and accommodations at Sutton Place Hotel. So we put together some packages that should be attractive to people. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I would like that. And actually, speaking of hockey fans, there'll be a couple other NHL players hanging around this weekend, it sounds like, as well.
A couple other guys coming in. We have Willie Mitchell. I'm sure a lot of people here know of Willie.
My wife's a big fan.
Yeah, another good BC guy, from Port McNeil, and obviously played for the Canucks for several years here. And then Sean Morrison, a teammate of mine, who I played with in Washington. He's actually from Vancouver as well. So a couple guys coming in to help out with the event.
Cool. That's really cool. I look forward to it. If people want more information, the probably the biggest source of information readily available is at TofinoSaltwaterClassic.com. But there are actually, you probably know the places people can go to sign up and register better than I do.
Yeah, a few places in town here. Obviously, Way West Marine Resort. We have RPM Marina.
Yep.
Island West Seafood. Method Marine, and Jay's Clackwood Ventures.
So just about everywhere you'd think should have.
Yeah, pretty much any business associated with fishing or being on the water. Yes.
All right, perfect. I think that's got us pretty much covered.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention one thing. I mean, this event here wouldn't have been possible without, obviously, the community's involvement, but help from a couple ladies on board here. Linda Kay and Shauna Gardam have been absolutely phenomenal in helping me get this organized, and have really done the bulk of the workload here. They've been my foot soldiers out on the beat, tracking people down and getting them involved. So I want to say thank you to them for all their help.
Yeah, that's also one thing that I think we should mention too. The Legion. This is there is the Legion Fishing Derby this weekend as well. Cooperative venture, and you're using the same weigh scales potentially, and basically the same rules, allowing people to participate in both.
Exactly, and that's one thing we want to clear up, is that the Legion has been very, very accepting of us coming in and having a derby in conjunction with their derby. And we've had several meetings with with the guys at Legion, they're Whitey and Cam, and they have the same philosophies about raising money for the town. They're involved with the Salmon Enhancement Society and several other beneficiaries in town, and these guys have been great. I mean, I can't say enough about how accepting they've been in allowing us to kind of come in at the same time as them. So a big thank you to the Legion as well.
Cool. Well, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great weekend. I'm going to be down at the Way West, sitting on the patio at the pub, trying to talk to some of the fishermen about what's going on. So you'll be able to stay tuned for highlights all weekend. Again, visit TofinoSaltwaterClassic.com for more information about the upcoming derby. And thanks for joining me, Brandon. It's fun.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate the time and letting us get the message out.
Hey, no worries. It's a good message to get out.